I'm Debbie from thehomeofinteriors.co.uk, and this video is going to give you an overview of our Silent Gliss double curtain tracks with wall returns for room darkening. Our room darkening curtain tracks with wall returns are designed to block light with a smooth continuous curve, bringing the track back to the wall. We then position a straight track in between the end to end of the curves to give you an option for layering your curtains. And this is great. Quite often people would feature a voile or a sheer curtain on the back with a heavier blackout curtain on the front, providing flexibility and versatility in shading and privacy throughout the day. So I'm just going to show you what the return track will look like. So this will be your front track, and this is the Silent Gliss 6840 track. This is the front of the track, and then this would be where I'm standing would be your wall. So the bends would bring your curtains back to the wall. Traditionally, with just a straight track, you would have light ingress through the side from between the wall and the back of your curtains. So just by bringing the curtains around and back to the wall, this will block the light coming in through the sides. Each of the tracks has a different bend radius. So the slimmer tracks, we can get a tighter bend on the slimmer tracks, and that will mean that the curtains can sit closer to the wall. And I'll just show you the different examples as we go through the video of the different bend radius and how that affects the distance from the wall for your curtains. These curtain tracks are perfect for bedrooms, particularly children's and bedrooms and nurseries, where room darkening is advantageous. They're also great for media rooms and home cinemas. Shift workers who want to darken their rooms during daylight hours, light sensitive spaces, and they're absolutely fantastic for use with pelmets. We would recommend that you put a blackout lining on your curtains or specify a blackout fabric to get the full benefit. All the tracks are available for ceiling fixing, but please note if you are ceiling fixing, there still may be some light ingress between the top of the curtains and the curtain track. So this isn't a total blackout solution, it just helps to enhance the room darkening. So it will help, but it's not a full 100% blackout solution. If you're wall fixing, there will be still light ingress above if you aren't using it with a pelmet, but some clients really like the aesthetic look of bringing the curtains back to the wall, so it may not be a requirement for room darkening, but just an enhanced aesthetic. So just looking at the curtain tracks then, so we have the Silent Gliss 1080 track set up with the 1090 track. So the 1080 track is the slimmest track profile, and we can get the tightest bend radius on this track. So this fits the universal Smart Fix extendable brackets, the 150mm extension ones, to accommodate the two tracks if you are wall fixing. If you are ceiling fixing, both tracks will be supplied with the top fix brackets. But this gives a really nice projection back to the wall, and then there's a 15cm projection on the bracket that will be applied to the bend radius of the tracks. Then we feature the simple 1090 track on the back. This is a lovely lightweight track, so very discreet, and it's hidden by the front 1080 track, so it gives you a really nice layering look without being intrusive, and just a great solution. We also have a solution that can be wall fixed for wave curtains, and I'll talk you through how to measure and what measurements we require shortly. This is the Silent Gliss 6010 track. So we've got a 6010 on the front and the back, so the straight track will also be a 6010, and then they are positioned for wall fixing on the Silent Gliss Smart Fix extendable brackets, the 200mm projection. You need that for the bend radius of this track, which is 150mm versus the 100mm on the 1080 track. There are some examples on the website of track lengths and then how they will be made to your requirements. So please do view the website for some examples so you can just see when you've given us the end-to-end measurement how the track will be made. We also offer the 6840 track as a bend track. This will sit further away from the wall than the 1080 or the 6010. So this is going to sit 23cm away from the wall, which sounds a lot, but if you've got a radiator or a wide windowsill underneath your window, then that may suit your requirements. Also, if you are layering, The 23mm projection would enable a double wave system. So by the time you've got the two waves on, you actually need that space sort of front to back anyway. So although it does sound a lot, to accommodate two waves, it is a requirement. And we've set this up as a double track with another 6840, a straight 6840 for the layering. We've also got the 1280 track. So this is the Silent Gliss 1280 track, but this has the same bend radius as the 6840. Again, we will feature the 1090 track as the straight track for a double system with the 1280. This will also sit 23 centimetres from the wall, so it's only a ceiling fix option. But again, if you are looking at the double layer, that 23 centimetres suddenly it doesn't seem a lot, because you do need space for the two layers of curtains. And then finally we have the Silent Gliss Metropole. So this is the 30mm Metropole. So we will, for a layering option here, we will feature a 23mm Metropole. So that's just to ensure that it's nice and discreet, and it's just sort of hidden by the larger 30mm diameter front track. So again, you'd have the slimmer 23mm Metropole sitting in between the 30mm Metropole and the wall. If you are ordering the tracks for a double wave, so you may consider the Silent Gliss 6010, the 6840 or the Metropole. There is the wave chart on the website, so please do have a look at that for the spacing. But we will ensure that the straight track is supplied at the correct length to ensure that the two waves don't hit each other in the corner. To enable that, the straight track will need to finish just before the bend on the tracks. So this may mean that you can see that the voile may overhang the wave when stacking, but we just recommend that you don't, if you want to hide the voile by your main wave curtain, that you just don't close them as tightly, so you can just position the wave so that it does hide the voile. So how to order these? The website has been set up to make this ordering process as easy as possible for you. So all we need from you is the end-to-end measurement, so from here to here, of the front track. We will then account for the bends, and the two bends are included in the price on the website, so everything you see on the website is included. The only difference will be if you are opting for wall fixing, the wall fix brackets are more expensive than the top fix brackets, so there is just an on-cost for that. With regards to the length of the straight track, we will ask you what your heading is on both the front and the back track, and then we will make the necessary deductions to the straight track to ensure that there's enough room between the front track and the back track to allow space for your curtains. If there's any practical considerations we need to take into account, or if you're butting up to furniture or close to another wall, then please do get in touch prior to ordering, and we can just run some diagrams for you and just make sure that everything is correct and to your specification before you commit to order. If you'd like to email sales@thehomeofinteriors.co.uk or call us on 01590 615 775, a member of the team would be delighted to help. Email is probably best though to start the communication, and if you could send a photo of your window, that's great. That helps us to visualise your space, and then we can look at any practical considerations as well. We can then send you a diagram to show you how your track will be made based on your end-to-end measurement, and then we can also give you some stack backs for if you are opting for a wave heading. We can tell you how much of your front and back track the waves will stack when they're open. So we can really provide you quite a lot of information. But if you've got any questions at all or need any advice, please do get in touch on that email address, that's sales@thehomeofinteriors.co.uk, or call us on the number 01590 615 775. We hope you found this video useful and informative. If you have, please do give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to be kept up to date with new product news, product information and useful hints and tips for your interiors. Thank you very much for watching.